There is no doubt that CEO's top priority today is digital transformation. The past 2 years have changed dramatically the market dynamics, the client's behavior, and became more obvious that any digital initiative should start with the client side. So before giving some straight advices and on what to do in 2022, I believe it's important to ensure how to balance between science, technology, and the human element in any transformation that we're doing. So this is why if we look at our revenue growth model and how it works, you can see that this model is split into 3 parts. And every part is impacted with the 3 factors. The more you go up to the pyramid, the bigger the impact, but the more difficult the ease of execution. And it's more driven by the market, whereas the second part of the pyramid is driven by the client's dynamics. And the lower part of the pyramid and all the components in the lower part is driven by the business unit managers or the managers within the organization, for an objective is to ease the efficiency and the effectiveness of the commercial arm of the organization. But you always see that between the first 2 parts and the lower layer, there's always the people, the talent and the culture, because they are the ones who do any kind of successful transformation. So the question is, which component do I work on in 2022 and why? If you can see, working on your business model, disrupting your business model could reach up to 30% of direct impact on your revenue growth. But it's much more difficult to do such an execution. And this is why I believe most sales leaders, business leaders go in the beginning of the year in developing their talent, switching or changing their compensation scheme, commission scheme, in order to drive their revenue, drive their sales force forward. But it's important to note that there is no harm in doing so, but it's one part of the entire puzzle of the revenue growth, and that has a 5 to 7% direct impact on your revenue. So this is important to know on which part and component in your revenue growth to work on. So if you want to take a straightforward advices, it depends on which stage of growth you are, how much agile your organization is, and how much is critical the pain is. So if you are a company with a 20, 30 years of history, 40 years of history, you have a force of 200, 300, 400 employees on board, then the ease of execution won't be easy as a startup or an agile organization. But then the question is how much for the past 3-4 years, you're losing market share. If you're losing year-to-year market share, then it's important to start on your top of the pyramid, because you have to align with your market dynamics. So if I want to say my straightforward advices to leaders today, I would tell you this. If you're in retail, okay, then do not think of the e-commerce as a standalone multi-channel. Take sample out of your branches and transfer them into click and mortar rather than being brick and mortar, and try to integrate an omni-channel strategy in that. Take these samples as a pilot test before rolling out into the others. If you're in the distribution business, then analyze the dynamics of the consumer. Check what best channels are they shifting to the modern trade, how much of the product mix that you have is aligned with the consumers today, and accordingly work on your growth strategy. If you're in the B2B business, what I'm talking about B2B is solution selling, okay? Then your best thing to do is to go and re-engineer your client, end-to-end client journey. Check out how the client have changed the way they take their decisions, what kind of touch points, how to integrate my sales and marketing, and put technology to see how much reduce on the friction within this journey. It will have a big impact on your conversion, on your customer expectation and experience, and it will enhance your sales and marketing effectiveness. And the fourth, if you're in an account management business, then work on designing your structure. What I mean by structure is your sales and marketing structure, to empower their roles to become in harmony rather than standalone departments. You will not be able to grow any out of your accounts while relying on only your sales efforts. You should rely on your sales and marketing efforts. You should work simultaneously these departments together in order to enhance the growth of your key accounts.